Hi, I'm Robert Estrin, livingpianos.com. We're going to have some fun today. Can you name these classical tunes in 10 seconds? I'm going to play a bunch of uber famous pieces and see how quickly you can identify these pieces. Now, I'm wondering how many of you got it as soon as I started playing the broken triads, and how many of you had to wait until the main melody came in. That should be interesting. Leave it in the comments. I'm really interested in some of you who couldn't quite place it until the main melody came in. Now, here's one that I'll be surprised if anybody takes a full 10 seconds for. Of course, that's Elise of Beethoven. And for those of you who are wondering what the first piece was, that's the beginning of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. So what else do we have? Here's another super famous piece, and I'll give you one hint. It's not Beethoven. Of course, that's Chopin's Nocturne in E flat, one of his most famous pieces, gorgeous piece of music. How many of you got that right away? Now, here's another piece, and I wonder how many of you know what this is. This was it was a theme to a famous radio show years ago. Right now, some of you probably already know what I'm talking about. Hello, everyone. Carl Haas here. No, actually, I'm Robert Estrin, but how many of you, does that ring a bell? That was the theme to this show coming out of WQXR in New York on radio for many years, and it's the second movement of Beethoven's famous PATHETIQUE Sonata. The first movement sounds like this, by the way. gorgeous music. Another Beethoven for you. PATHETIQUE Sonata. So, what else do we have now? There's so many famous pieces, it's unbelievable. Here's one I bet you all know as well. You ready for this? Of course, that's Debussy, Clair de Lune. What an absolutely gorgeous theme. Okay, how many of you have gotten all of these so far? You got to leave it in the comments. I'm really interested. And now I'm going to play something that is super famous, and it's a little bit more challenging piece. I don't know how many of you studied this piece of music. How many of you got that one? That's Chopin's first ballade in G minor. And what a tour de force that is. I may be making a tutorial on this piece. Leave in the comments if that's something you're interested in, because I have a lot of different pieces I'm thinking about doing tutorials, but I want to make sure it's something that resonates with you. All right, I got one more for you. Another classic that you probably all know. How many of you know that? That's Schumann Traumerei from his Scenes from Childhood, Kinderscenen. Any of you who got all of these right, give yourself a star and let me know what pieces on here you would love a complete tutorial on, and I will consider it for you. So leave it in the comments. This is livingpianos.com, your online piano resource. I'm Robert Estrin. Thanks to all of you subscribers. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.